Underwater ledges, late summer, early fall, just like it is right now. What's the best bait to locate those fish with? Locating bait for underwater ledges. Whoa! That's a beauty. Good morning, guys and girls. September 9. Let's go all the way to the back of the book, Revelation. This is a really well-known verse. Christians, non-Christians alike know this verse. This is Jesus talking. Jesus talking in Revelation, the last book of the Bible that describes what's going to happen to this earth that we live on. And Jesus says, here I am. I stand at the door and knock. That's Revelation 3:20. I stand at the door and knock. Here I am. Stand at the door and knock. If you're not subscribed to the Catch of the Day channel, hit that subscribe button right now. Share this with everybody you can. This time of year, bass start chasing quite a bit. The fall feed is starting to happen. Bass are fattening up for the wintertime. When that old bass chases, he's telling us exactly where he is and what type of lure to catch him on. So you really want to pay attention when you're out there this time of the year for any movement in the water. Now, you know one of my rules of thumb, if you've been with us for a while, any time you see something move in the water, throw at it. It might be a turtle, it might be a bird, might be a duck, it might be just a bluegill or something chasing a mayfly, but it might be a big old bass too chasing something, and you just saw some little something jump out of the water. So anything you see movement, but pay close attention this time of the year to bass chasing. Listen, when you hear a noise, look around and see if you can see the ripple wherever that was. Throw right over there at that spot, because that's a bass chasing, feeding up for the winter. They're going to do that a lot here in the next couple of months. It's a great time of the year to fish. The weather's cooling off finally. Although we still got a lot of hot weather, and it seems like this early part of September is like the worst part of the last couple of weeks in July and August. It's certainly been hotter. We've had some 100-degree days here at our ranch in September, and that just doesn't happen very often. But pay attention to what's going on around you, and watch for those fish that's telling you exactly where they are. For the Christian, for the believer, Jesus is always telling us how to please him. He's always telling us how to please him. We all want to put a smile on God's heart. We all want to do that. No matter where we are or what we are involved in, Jesus is saying what Revelation 3:20 says, here I am, I stand at the door and knock. When we become a believer, when we get saved, Jesus puts his Holy Spirit down inside of us. And his Holy Spirit is constantly guiding our life, talking to us, telling us how to handle every situation that we'll ever be in. We got to listen to him. No matter where we are, what we're involved in, he will always make sure that we hear him. We can't be in a storm too loud, or get this, in a crowd too rowdy for God not to be heard. We'll hear him no matter what. He'll let us know. We can, of course, ignore him, and much of the time we do ignore God. When? Especially if we are doing something that we shouldn't. That rowdy crowd that we're involved in, we might be doing some things right there that we shouldn't be doing. And if we're doing something we shouldn't, that's the time when we ignore God a lot. God is telling us, careful. And we're going, get away from me, God. I'm having a blast. I'm having fun. That's when we get ourselves in trouble. Rest assured, though, if you belong to God, if you're a believer, if you've trusted God with your life and made him Lord of your life, he will talk to you. He will guide you in all situations. Jesus will speak to us. And we'll be a whole lot better off if we just listen and obey. Trust and obey. That old song, for there's no other way. Trust and obey. Okay, use deep diving crankbaits on underwater ledges in late summer and early fall. Deep diving crankbaits, excellent locating baits. Once we locate the fish on there, and catch a fish or two on a deep diving crankbait, we can throw them a mile. And you take them things and throw all the line off of your reels and crank them and cover a lot of territory. And as you look around with your live scope, but be covering a lot of territory with those. And then when you catch a fish, you want to go in there and zero in on what it was. Pay attention to your graph. But they're great locating tools. They're great tools to use all day long to catch fish off the ledges this time of the year. Some of them, those fish are moving to those points, and they're schooled up and they're getting ready to go. They're getting ready to go into the flats and start that winter feed. But a lot of them are still down deep right now because the water is still not cooled off much yet. We're beginning to have a little bit of cooler nights, but as the nights get cooler, the water starts cooling off, those fish are going to leave. But that's where they are right now. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one, and remember, I sure do.